obviously on the moon. And when it comes to things exhibited in the museum, we thought that one day when aliens visit Earth, they may get inspired by human art and they will make their own works, for example, displaying important alien characters in poses taken from the most iconic sculptures found on Earth. We also thought that aliens may use the technology of AI to create new paintings. So as you can see in poster 3, it's an exhibition of generated paintings. And in the end, the posters are displayed on a fluid-like floating screen. It's rendered, 3D rendered in Blender, so with some sound. So that is basically all from our group. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Great.
So please follow our list, and the next group is Carolina.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are a group of 3 MA students, Karolina Kwiek, Kinga Stepkowicz, and Natalia Przybysz, and our topic of the project is water, the big unknown. For our Lunar Museum, we decided to focus on the topic of water. We imagine that humanity have been living for years in space and have no recollection of water. And through means of art and technology, they try to find answer to what water was and how it looked like. And here you can see some of our inspirations and mood board for the process of the project. And the form we decided on is video art. The video would be played inside a specially designed space in the museum, which you can see right now on our 3D visualization. So there will be multiple projectors that would display videos onto walls and levitating objects. Here you can see more of it. And for the sound, we used water sounds, glitch, and fragments of Solaris by Stanisław Lem. And all of that elements would give the viewers deep, immersive experience. And right now, Carolina just shared the link with you on chat, so you can watch it with us, because we think that Teams will glitch it. So please click into the link and watch it right now. Okay, so we hope that everyone managed to watch it and you liked it. So thank you so much. That's it.
Great. Thank you. So the next group, please. Group 3, War Museum.
Hello, my name is Lilia, and I've been working with Vitalina for the whole week on our project called History of Humanity's Belligerent Nature. It's a concept about a military museum on the moon. So our inspirations came from real military museums that present now and that display our history, and also of the concept art of some moon bases or scientific bases on the moon that might be for games or some fictional content, or that are even for the real ones, because with the technical progress that we have now, today the base on the moon does not sound so fictional as it was in the past. So the process, inspiration for the project came from the reality of the militant nature and history of humanity that will probably haunt humanity in the future, despite all the technological progress, and realistically will never go away until maybe we change our philosophy drastically. In this project, we wanted to develop a concept of a dystopian future that is rather fictional, but still represents and resonates with hard truth about us. And in the end, a final project is an illustration and a poster that is a merge of AI and with our own touch on it. So the first one is the concept of this kind of museum base on the moon, and we can see like the consequences of that might have been caused by humans, and the poster about it. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, next, the group 4, David Bowie Universe.
Is called David's Bowie Universe, and of course it was inspired by David Bowie songs, especially the Space Oddity. And yeah, I read an article recently about David Bowie and his interest in space. And summing it up, space was never far from Bowie's thoughts. In a TV interview in 2000, he quipped, "Is there life on Mars? Yes, it has just landed here." He meant the internet, which he called an alien life form. And of course, pop culture's supreme alien was David Bowie himself. So, in this slide, I present my 2 mood boards and especially images that inspired me to create this 3D animation in Blender. And yeah, here I show the process of making the sculpture in Blender. So at the first stage, I made the moon, then I put the microphone and David Bowie. So I summed it up with the black background. Here I have the final effect. So here is the David Bowie connected to the moon and singing on the moon with the microphone. And also I have the MP4 animation to show it like in 3D. And here it is. Showing the final effect when he's turning around on the moon. Yes, and I think that's all that I wanted to show for today. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you also from my side, Susa.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
So hello everyone, my name is Nana Azizova. I was working this week with Markus. So I think almost every person thought and imagined what the Earth would look like in the future. Therefore, it was very interesting for me to make a composition with a Blender and Photoshop of a view and almost destroyed Earth, since I was really inspired by sci-fi aesthetic, as you can see in my mood board. This was my first experience with a Blender and Adobe After Effects. Thus, I'm very glad that this opportunity arose. Besides this, I also added effects, sounds, and to the background and animated the still photo in Adobe After Effects, so you can feel that atmosphere. And there is video, but unfortunately you can't hear the sound, so I will attach a link for YouTube video in the chat. So yeah, that's all.
Thank you. Great. Also a great
Thank you.
approach, and also nice to have this insights into your sci-fi visions, also imagination. Thank you. The next one is Olga.
Can you see everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So my project is called The Mirrored Past. This is my mood board, and I came up with this concept of people that already lived on Moon a long time ago. And so when they knew that they were going extinct, they decided to preserve the way they lived in a sort of a hologram to show it to the future generations or future creatures living on the Moon. This is Markus's project that inspired me to decide in what way I'm gonna animate it. This is the way it came out. I basically chose objects from Sketchfab and downloaded them, and then I modified them to look like a hologram. This is how it came out in the end. And I manipulated the light a little bit. And so as you can see in this scene, this is an astronaut discovering this sort of a hologram from the past. And I also decided to just record my screen to show you what it looks like. I hope it's visible enough. I know teams can mess with it though. So yeah. And that's all. I'm just gonna let it play for you if anybody's curious. As you can see here is me putting the objects in, sort of converted from their previous state. Okay, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Olga. Also a great experience to work with you. We had such a lot of discussions also, solving problems, but a fantastic result in the end, a work in progress. You can further work on this huge 3D building system. Yeah.
Yes, we did a lot of tweaking, and yes, it required a lot of research.
Next is Anastasia.
Okay, so my name is Anastasia Rashkova. I was working with Markus this week on a Lunar museum project, and my project is called Among the Stars. So inspirations, yeah, this is my kind of mood board. I took the third image, like the main reference for my 3D project. So my idea was creating some interplanetary exhibition, space exhibition, but not interplanetary, in particular between the Moon and the Earth. And the main idea was like futuristic exhibition of masterpieces from the Earth among the stars. I decided to use more abstract approach. I used 3D tools like Blender and AR tools from our previous workshop, Zapar application. Maybe someone remembers it. So the final project includes rendered 3D image, animation, which already became an AR layer, which I will demonstrate you now, and target image with QR code, which you will see on the next slide. So this is it. I can open it for you here. So you can, the choice is yours. You can scan the image to see the AR effects right now, if you're interested. And for those who has no possibility to do it, I put the links to the chat. So the first link is the AR effects, and you can watch it on YouTube. The second link is the final animation, like without AR effects, but in high quality. So this is just an animation, but I encourage you to scan the QR codes, and yeah, there is music also there, so you can listen.
Okay, it works.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, me please decide that you tested it, and yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you for attention.
Great, Anastasia. Thank you for this great work together. Next one, we have three more. Sergey Prudnikov. Please, Sergey, share your screen.
Okay, so my name is Sergey Prudnikov. I am a first-year student of New Media Art. The theme of my project is Museum in Space. I really like the theme of space. Planets, asteroids, stars, and much more make me admire what nature has created. Therefore, I had the idea to combine the creation of nature, that is the cosmos, and the art created by humanity. Now you can see sketches of my inspiration on the screen. Unfortunately, unlike other guys, I work not in 3D but in 2D, and I hope that you will also like my work. I have worked in Animate, Premiere, and Photoshop and Sci 2 version programs, and I already had experience working in these programs, so the creation of this project only pumped my skill. I think it's time to show you my project. I will also send a link to the video in the chat teams, so that you can watch the video with sound. And in the end, I want to say a huge thank you to Professor Markus Wintersberger for conducting this workshop topic. It was very exciting. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much also for working with you. And yes, when I was a child, we saw such animations in the ORF, in the Austrian broadcasting system. And I think they had been really complex at this time. Many people worked on these animations, and now you are a first year student at the PJATK, and you are able to do this. It's unbelievable. It's also such a progress in learning and doing and thinking. Yeah. Thank you, Sergey.
Thank you.
Great. The next one is, I think, Alicia Palka.
Presentation is titled Eye of the Space, and here are the inspirations and the mood board that I created for this project. I wanted something that would combine kind of like the nature of the human with like more modern, futuristic usage of lighting and things like this. So my idea was to present the human eye as sun and as moon, and have it light up people to show how it influences it. And here is the animation that I created in Blender, which is just, yes. And that was my project, so thank you.
Also, thank you from my side, Alicia. Great. great object, great sculpture, nice visualization. Thank you very much. And now to the last group, we have Nuria and Constanza.
Okay, do you see it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so first, hello, my name is Nuria, and I do the work with Constanza, but she's not here. And we have chosen to make a lunar botanic garden. And the project consists in a botanical garden on the moon created by humans where families can rest and go for walks with insects double the size of the planet Earth. And here we have the inspo. We have the first drawings. We add some people and a G and B to represent it. And this would be the final poster.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you also for your input. It's more a graphic style project-driven project, and so as you can see at the whole, there are different views and angles and perspectives of these special students I had the chance to work with, and it was an amazing week, and it was an open lab process. Also in the beginning, we worked more connected and getting more and more into an open mindset. It worked, and we see it in the results, and I'm really happy to have been with this group the last week. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, students, and thank you, Markus Wintersberger, for another workshop you brought to us. Wonderful, and with all this the software and ideas, combining them, that was well, great inspiration. I believe.
Okay.
Something which is really beyond my imagination, that you can work it out in 5 days. Such great projects.
Great. Thank you very much, Markus. Thank you, all of the students who are working this week.